All right, here with head women's triathlon coach Kinsey Mattison. Coach, big weekend this weekend, heading down to Arizona for the Collegiate Triathlon's National Championships. How's training been going, and what are you most excited about for in Arizona this weekend?
Yeah, big race coming up. It's been nearly a month since the last time the team towed the line, so excited for them to have another racing opportunity. For most of them, they are newer to the sport, so to have 4 weeks of solid training, I think we're going to see some big improvements, and excited for them to just see this course and be with all of the other women collegiate triathletes in the country.
Which section of training, whether that is biking or running or swim, I guess all sections, what are you guys really focusing on in each one, and how much time is going into each during training?
I think we've been really lucky in the past month since regionals. The weather has cooperated very well for us, which means that we've gotten in some good bike training. And for any collegiate triathlete, I think that is usually the area where they have the most room to improve, just because not a lot of high schoolers are going out on the roads training on their bikes alone. So for them to have 4 solid weeks on the road, outside, I think we're going to see some big improvements there. This race is also a bigger race. It's going to be held in 2 heats like our regional championship was, but the wave or the heat that our team is in will likely have more than 100 athletes, which will be probably 3 times the size of what they saw at regionals. So being around more people on the bike, I think, is going to help them too.
Coach, what does the roster look like that's traveling? Is Farah able to be back for this race or no?
No, she is back practicing with us, so to have her energy and just to have her back has been really good the last few weeks, but she won't be racing. She is able to do all 3, swimming, biking, and running, but the thought of her in a mass swim start, I said there's going to be 100 people on the line at that race, so the thought of her doing that with her new plate on her collarbone is not a good idea. We're not going to put her in that situation. But we will have 7 athletes there, all 7 that are healthy enough to compete.
And in your heat, you're in the second heat, as you were, or are you in the first?
We are in, so there are 2 heats. They're seeded by our placement out of the regional championship. So we are seeded in the slower of 2 heats, but that heat will be run first on Saturday.
Do you think that's, I guess, for your team, you can see yourself getting up there and being in the, higher spots, just kind of comparing with that heat?
Yes, yeah. I think for them, in the same way that they did at regionals, they had a really successful race racing at the front of the race, and so I think this is the right spot for them to be in, that they will be again should be in the front 25% of this heat, and I think that will be confidence boosting for them. A good portion of the faster heat at nationals are elite athletes. Many of them race as professional triathletes in the summer, and that isn't where our team is currently. Maybe someday in the future, but for this year, this is a good spot for them to be in.
Awesome.
And do you have any apprehensions as a coach going the several weeks between matches, or?
Yes, yeah, it could go either way. So looking at our schedule, I was really excited about this big chunk of time to train, but I'm sure any coach in the same situation would tell you it is a little bit nerve-wracking. There's also a lot of time in there maybe to overtrain and get injured, or a lot of teams in the department, and our team as well, has seen some sickness in the last couple of weeks, and I think the more opportunities you get to race, the more that they're going to learn. Like every time they get on the line, they're going to learn something new. And so as many race opportunities as possible is a good idea. But that wasn't the reality of our schedule this fall. And I think the training went well. So I'm excited that was the way it worked out.
So well, good luck, Coach, and hope you are very successful, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep, thank you.